Good morning, everyone. Welcome. My name is Menachem Creditor. It's my honor to serve as scholar in residence. Let's see. We're going to start that one again. Everybody here on Facebook, welcome, welcome. I'm just starting the Instagram feed one more time. All right. In 3, 2. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. My name is Menachem Creditor. It's my honor to serve as scholar in residence and rabbi for UJA Federation of New York. We bring you Torah and music, blessing and community every weekday. We've been doing so since March 18th, 2020. Today it is Thursday, January 22nd, 2026. What an honor to be part of a community from all over the world that comes together every morning to learn Torah and say good morning. What a gift. Arlene and Tara, Susie, Barbara and John, good morning. Say hi to everybody on Facebook. Peter, good to see you. Linda and Julianne, Jerry, Rosa and Maria, good morning. George, Cecile, Jack and Karen, good to see all of you. Arlene and Debbie, Jonathan and Carl, Siona, Amy, Barbara and Arlene, good morning, everyone. It's beautiful to see all of you. It was good to learn with you also, Arlene. Cynthia and Sharon, Boker Tov, Deborah and Scott. Hope you're well. Hi, Michelle. Let's take a deep breath, friends. Let's sing bracha, sing a bracha, and learn some Torah. Yai lai 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 lai, tiri yai lai lai lai, tiri yai lai 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 lai, ai ai la lai lai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah la'asok b'divrei Torah, hafoch ba v'hafoch ba, la'asok b'divrei Torah. Tidiyai lai 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 lai, tidiyai lai lai lai, tidiyai lai 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 lai, ai la lai lai. So good morning, friends. It's good to see all of you. It's been an absolute honor to be part of this community. 1,475 broadcasts in. Thank you, Penny. We missed you yesterday. Thanks for making sure we know exactly how long it has been. There are a few things that I am so thrilled to be able to share today. One of them is that I am planning on visiting Sydney, Australia in a few weeks to be with my sister and brother-in-law and their children to give a hug now 2 months or so after the attack on Bondi Beach. And so I wanted to share that with you for a number of reasons. One of them is I am just so excited to hug them and hold them and see them. And also because it's probably going to disrupt our rhythm, because the travel is so extensive that there is likely going to be 1 or 2 days that I cannot broadcast. It's not because I wouldn't, it's just because I won't be able. And so if 6 years in, I miss 1 day, I know that that will be okay, friends. But I wanted to give you enough heads up that you can anticipate it, because we're a community. We're not a broadcast. We are a group of people who've come to care about each other. And so I wanted to make sure that you all knew well in advance what was happening. And the other thing that I wanted to share, and for those on Facebook, you'll be able to see it right away. And for those on Instagram, I'd love to invite you to go look on Amazon. A new book has been published as of today called We Will Prevail, a quote from my brother-in-law. It's an anthology of voices after the attack on Bondi Beach. Jewish voices, many from Australia and some from around the world. And so I'm truly moved by the voices that I was able to collect and publish. If you'd like to find it, you can find it on Amazon. On Facebook, you can see the link that a colleague has posted just now for me. And we will take it one day at a time as we move toward that powerful moment of sharing in Sydney. I'm planning on at least doing one broadcast from Bondi Beach. We'll have to see what time and what day that might be. And if you'd like to look for the book, you'll be able to see testimony, including the foreword by my brother-in-law, Arsen. Let's learn some Torah for today, and I offer it in solidarity with the Jewish community of Australia, for whom yesterday, along with the entire country of Australia, and Kim, I see you. I'm carrying you with me on this trip too. I'm so grateful. This is a powerful moment of Torah that I offer in connection with Australia's National Day of Mourning that happened yesterday. Parshat Bo, the Torah portion that we are in right now, includes many, many moments, and we've talked about them for a while. But what we haven't spoken about is the Egyptians who are not Pharaoh. You see, it's a mistake to understand all of Egypt as being represented by one voice, just as it's a mistake to understand a nation as it completely embodied by one voice, be they the head of state or really anyone who claims to represent the idea. Name a country, name one person, and that one person isn't enough to represent everyone. Sometimes, by the way, Kim is about to lead a mission to Israel on behalf of JFNA, the Jewish Federations of North America, and even though one person can't contain all of us, you, my friend, are carrying all of us. Thank you for your work, too. When Pharaoh's heart is hardened, the first 5 times he hardens his own heart, and the second time his heart is hardened by external forces. The way tradition really understands it is he's built such a pattern of cruelty that he can't stop. He's addicted to his own cruelty. It's a terrible way of reading the text, but it explains why and how he does this terrible, terrible act over and over. Now, what about those around him? And that's actually where I wanted to focus for right now. That is where we find a division, a split in the leadership of the community. Hi, Moshe Tzvi. Nice to see you, my love. Because here we are, plague after plague after plague, and you wonder, what about the community? What about those around Pharaoh? Did they agree with his incessant cruelty? Did they witness anything that might have changed their hearts? Of course, not gently, but with power and determination. Moses warns Pharaoh that there's going to be a plague of locusts, and listen to what the advisors of Pharaoh say. They say, this is Exodus chapter 10, verse 7. They say, let them go worship their God. Are you not aware that Egypt is lost? Even those who are close and entrusted by Pharaoh as advisors recognize that there is no stopping this liberating force. And yet Pharaoh is unable to unlock his heart. It is hardened. His cruelty is set. And for us, there are multiple messages for us to understand. Number one, poor Egypt. It's not that I'm looking at the taskmasters and Pharaoh and feeling like they deserved another chance. That's actually not how I see it. But poor Egypt, because they were dragged along a despot's path. And plague after plague after plague afflict Egyptian society because of the locked-in cruelty of Pharaoh. For us to understand that there is dissent in the leadership is very important. His advisors, again, chapter 10, verse 7, say, don't you see? This is not the way to go. Now, it happens to be that a greater power than Egypt is acting on Egypt. And that makes this a unique story because it reinforces that Moses and Pharaoh are equal, but God has no equal. That's the biblical text. But what a powerful thing to understand, that even within Egyptian leadership, there was a growing understanding that this is the path that leads to destruction, and that an addiction to cruelty can blind a leader and those around them, and every part of society suffers. These are cautionary tales straight from the Torah to our time. I'd love to read a comment that was offered by my teacher, my colleague, Rabbi Dorothy Richman. She lives in Berkeley, California. And she says here, on a beautiful comment that she wrote for MyJewishLearning.com many years ago, she writes, "Reading the Exodus, our challenge is to acknowledge the role we play as Egyptians in Pharaoh's court." Let in that sentence before I read the rest of it. I want to read it one more time. Reading the Exodus this year, our challenge is to acknowledge the role we play as Egyptians in Pharaoh's court. Because we don't think of ourselves in that way. We see ourselves as the Israelites, and of course, those are our ancestors. But what Rabbi Richman is saying in this comment, this searing comment, is actually we are the Egyptians in the court because we have a voice in society. So the application of this verse from this parsha in a modern sense places us in a different part of the equation. She closes. In an earlier age, Abraham Lincoln warned, "We, even we here, hold the power and bear the responsibility. In giving freedom to the slave, we assure freedom to the free." How will we raise our voices and stretch out our arms for liberation? It is a powerful, complicated question that Rabbi Richman asks. But while we certainly, speaking as part of the Jewish community, experience deep vulnerability these days, we are also in a position to raise our voices, especially with the reverberations from Torah. So I encourage you to explore this parsha and to wonder to yourself, which part of the story do we inhabit? Which part of the story do we see ourselves in? Maybe all, maybe every part of the story is a place where we must consider ourselves. So I bless us not to take, it sounds strange, but the luxury of this position that we are in as readers of the text, free people with voices that can be used, with free will and citizenship that should be expressed. Wherever we find ourselves, what a powerful thing it is to know that we have a voice. And if you have a voice, which you do, you must figure out how to use it, because silence is not an option. Even Pharaoh's advisors knew that. Let's send our hearts to the east and sing, friends. Kol hod balevav penima nefesh Yehudi homia ulefate mizrach kadima ayin letzion Sophia od lo avda tikvateinu hatikva bat shnot alpayim liot am chofshi be'artzeinu Eretz Zion v'Yerushalayim liot am chofshi be'artzeinu Eretz Zion v'Yerushalayim. Am Yisrael Chai. See you tomorrow, my friends.